Chapter 6. Bethsaida. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. Proverbs 16:9. Joseph had left Nazareth for Bethsaida as planned. He had received the warmest approval from both Joseph and Nathanael to become their daughter's husband. Joseph had shared with them his desire to get well established in Bethsaida, and then he would come home, marry Mary, and take her to their new home where Joseph was sure there would be no end of work for him. Although he was very happy to have found work that would not be easily exhausted, leaving Mary so soon after their engagement troubled him greatly. It was not that he doubted Mary loved him. He doubted her resolve to not care about having any children. "Joseph, another letter has come for you." Zebedee, Joseph's boss, interrupted his revelry as he handed him the letter. "From Mary?" Joseph nodded as he instantly recognized the handwriting. Zebedee smiled and walked away to let Joseph read his fiancée's love note. Zebedee had not been married too long to remember what it was like to be in love, for he was still very much in love with his wife and was looking forward to the birth of their first child soon. Zebedee was sure it was going to be a boy, and he was going to call his name James. His wife wanted to call their first-born son John, but Zebedee pushed hard for the name James to be first, and then the next son would be called John. His wife gave in, and peace was restored to the household. Joseph held the letter for a few moments, not wanting to open it. He did not have to open it, for he knew it would say the same as the last three he had received. With a heavy heart, he opened it and read, "Dear Joseph, you must come home immediately. There is something I must share with you in person that I can't put in a letter. Even if you have to quit your job, you must come. This will be the last letter I will write to you on this, for if you do not come home soon and hear it from me first, then you will find out through the grapevine, I'm sure. Hope all is well with you. Love, Mary." Joseph tucked the letter in his tunic and went over to where Zebedee was working. "I hope it is good news," Zebedee smiled, "but I can see by the look on your face it is not." Joseph pulled the letter from his tunic and decided the best way to reveal what was on his heart was to let Zebedee read the letter. Zebedee had been so good to hire him to help build his fleet of fishing boats that it seemed foolish to Joseph to quit. Zebedee read it and after passing it back asked, "Were the other letters along the same line?" "Yes, they were." "And you ignored them?" "No, I wrote her back saying it was impossible to leave and that I would be back at the agreed time that was set before I left." "Joseph, over these past 4 months, you have shown me what an excellent carpenter you are, and I don't want to lose you. But if I was in your position, I would rather hear what's up from the woman I love than hear it first from the grapevine. Go, and if you find you can't come back, I'll miss you, but I understand the power of love." Zebedee looked over in the direction of his home and envisioned his beautiful wife as he made his last statement. "Thank you, Zebedee, for understanding. I truly can't see what is so urgent, but the only way to find out is to go." "That's right, Joseph. I can spare you for 1 month. If it is to be any longer than that, then let me know so I can hire someone else." "Will do, Zebedee. Please send me word when your son is born." Joseph smiled at Zebedee's confidence that the baby was to be a boy, and Zebedee smiled right back, knowing from Joseph's previous chiding that Joseph expected it to be a girl for sure. As Joseph neared Nazareth, he picked up his pace and couldn't help but look forward to seeing Mary again very soon. He had missed her terribly, and although the work helped to ward off his terrible homesickness for Nazareth and Mary, knowing that he would not be homesick much longer made his tired and heavy feet become instantly revived. Within 3 miles of reaching his destination, he saw a figure coming closer and closer to him.